We're getting a finals rematch this year. That's
Oh my god!
Celtics Warriors.
Celtics Warriors.
Celtics Warriors. I'm calling it right now.
24到25赛季的 NBA 已经开始了，我相信大家肯定都和我一样非常期待新赛季会发生什么。休赛期期间呢，我请到了一位我的朋友 Ivan 做客我们的节目。Ivan 呢来自湾区，是一个非常纯的勇士本地球迷。
All right, what up, Ivan? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are
Doing
you?
good. Okay.
本期视频呢将分为2期，具体的内容呢会标注在视频的下方和评论区。让我们来看一看他对于新赛季的勇士有什么期待和看法吧。
My name's Ivan. I'm from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I currently live in Los Angeles. I've been a Warrior fan since like right before the first championship. I was a bandwagon fan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like 15?
15, like 2015.
Yeah.
I never played basketball before. Steph Curry Warriors made me fall in love with basketball.
Is that a teamwork basketball and like all the fast break shit?
Yeah,
Right?
I think I grew up playing soccer, so all the passing and the fast ball movement made me reminisce about the Barcelona, the tiki-taka style of playing. The Warriors emulated that a lot. I think Steve Kerr once mentioned to his team and watched Barcelona games.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that because
I think so.
I just know that Warriors is the first team, you know, started to play like small, you know, 5 out and also small players dominating the court.
Basketball is like so fast-paced, but the Warriors made it even more fast-paced.
Yeah.
They've been a fun team to watch since, 2014, so 10 years. The best team in my team, my favorite team to watch. Golden State
Yeah,
Warriors.
because you know, like I'm a CP fan. And I watched Warriors last season, even though we lost, not even in the playoffs, but like, I really enjoyed that time.
新赛季的期待。
Let's talk about like expectation or like where do you think like Warriors gonna finish in this year?
I mean, honestly, after watching these preseason games,
Yeah, preseason we got 6-0.
we're getting a finals rematch this year. That's
Oh my
prediction.
god!
Celtics Warriors.
Celtics Warriors.
Celtics Warriors. I'm calling it right now. Honestly, the Warriors have been playing, so much better than just in the preseason.
Yeah, they
few
won. They
months,
won
maybe.
like Lakers like 58 points. Like
that game also LeBron.
you're playing against Bronny. It's fine.
Yeah, Bronny was starting actually that game. So the cool thing about seeing these preseason games is that they're playing with more energy and they're playing with joy again. It's like we see them having fun on the court, and especially shooters when they're loose.
Yeah.
Buddy Hield has been
Yeah, you
stellar.
guys got like a lot of like good moves in the off season.
Yeah.
Because I saw you guys got Buddy Hield, you guys got Kyle Anderson, and also DeAnthony Melton. You know, those could be like super like great factors that could like shake things up for the team. Actually, like Kyle Anderson, he could be a like great replacement for CP, and also Buddy Hield. You know, obviously now he's a better shooter than Klay.
Yeah, Klay Thompson will always be a better shooter. Like, he's one of the best shooters of all time.
Yeah.
Klay is more mental because his mechanics are still there. I speak for all Warriors fans when I say, like, we all want to root for Klay and his new home, the Dallas Mavericks. We want to see him getting back to where he is. I think Klay will definitely have a better season than he did last season. This new destination that'll allow him to not force shots and put less pressure on himself. With the Warriors, he's always been the number 2 guy. Unfortunately, due to his injuries, he was not able to sustain that.
I think it's right after like the final against Toronto.
Yes.
Like
oh my God, so brutal. I could still remember it.
Danny Green.
Danny Green. Danny Green.
Draymond的新赛季表演。
I've been watching Warriors like so many years, and I feel like the actual leader in the Warriors is actually Draymond. He has all the voice in the team, dominance, all the defense roles. He's fighting for his teammates. He fights for Klay. He chokes Rudy Gobert.
Punches Nurkic.
For the next season, is Draymond is gonna like sustain his like 3-point shooting percentage.
Draymond has that fire. And I think that's
That's
what
my
makes
guy.
the big 3 of the Warriors so amazing is their relentlessness. Klay and Steph's offensive relentlessness and Klay and Draymond's defensive relentlessness. Draymond's definitely the most outspoken about it, so that's why he's perceived as the leader. But I think ultimately, like, all 3 of those guys were leaders in their own right. I think Draymond will continue his 3-point percentage through this season. I think it's important for Draymond to get back into his offensive game. I don't know if anybody remembers, but in Game 7 of 2016 Finals, he had a 30-point triple-double in Game 7.
He had like 35 or something. He
Yeah.
made like 7 threes.
Yeah.
Remember?
I mean, the reason why Draymond's offensive game regressed is because they got Kevin Durant and there was no room for him. He still ran some of the offense, but he took the biggest step back offensively when Kevin Durant came.
And focus more on the defense.
And focus more on defense, and that's where he excels at.
Yeah.
But now that Klay's gone, KD's been gone for a while, and they have no official second option. I think it needs to be more of a team-oriented offense when Steph's not on the floor, and I think Draymond knows this, and I think that's why he's been trying to get his three-point percentage up.
I saw him like shooting floater and something, in preseason.
What I've seen in the preseason, I think Draymond can contribute. He's 10 points.
10 points.
10 points a game.
勇士的第二进攻选择会是谁？
I think for last season, my biggest thought is that like Warriors didn't have that second option. They really need like a second guy, to step up and like really help Steph. Obviously like Klay is getting old. CP was getting old too. Dre, obviously he's not like an offensive player. So and like Andrew Wiggins, I don't know what happened, but like it just feel like he's not as good as like the champion year. Now you have like Buddy Hield and a lot of good supplements. Do you think like offensively, like you guys will have like a better second option?
Well, I've never stopped believing in Wiggins. I think Wiggins has had a tough couple years. His father passed away, and he was dealing with a lot of family issues. But I think players at the NBA level, like their athleticism doesn't leave them within a year.
Yeah, obviously he's a number one pick.
Their skills, it's like riding a bicycle. It's for players at that level, it's really about their mental. He's had a tough couple years, but again, in the preseason, he's looking light on his feet. He's looking like he's gliding across. He's looking great. But I think the second option, because Kuminga has earned these minutes and like a starting spot, I think the second option will be more like a 2A, 2B sort of thing with Kuminga and Wiggins. Having those two as the wings of the team, I think that's a deadly combination offensively and defensively.
Because I always feel like the wings are always like the strongest part. The Warriors got very strong wings. You guys got Andre and like so many good players.
Iguodala,
Klay,
KD.
KD. You guys got everyone.
Unfair.
Like,
That's unfair.
That's unfair.
Wiggins and Kuminga, I think both of them are incredibly athletic. When Wiggins is getting that motivation and that trust from his team, I think he could become next level. I mean, in the finals, we saw him lock up Tatum and lock up Jaylen Brown. And if there's going to be a finals rematch, and now we have two of those guys.
He locked up Luka too.
He locked up everybody. So I think Wiggins is due for a comeback year. I really do believe in that.
So obviously he was the second option.
He was the second option that year, the championship year. Klay's gone. But Kuminga's gotten better. Moody's gotten better. I think we got a good rotation of that 2-3 position is going to be scary for the NBA. Yeah, I'm really excited for the seasons. This year we got shooters up and down the roster. There's everybody can shoot. You got the greatest shooter of all time. You got Steph Curry. You got Buddy Hield. You got Brandon Podziemski. You got Lindy Waters, who they traded for the 52nd pick. D'Anthony Melton's been hitting his shots. Kyle Anderson has been hitting his three-pointers. He's been working on that on the offseason.
He has
Draymond. I mean, Kuminga has been hitting off-ball threes. He's doing the Steph Curry off-ball movement, hitting those catch-and-shoot threes. I mean, we got shooters this year. And obviously there's shooters go through slumps. So I'm hoping that the momentum of the preseason will push the Warriors forward and up the standings early in the season. Hopefully they could coast through that, end up in a top 6 seed. I really do not want to be in the play-in game this year.
I know.
I think the Warriors have lost all their play-in games.
关于波杰姆斯基，
So what do you think of Pod, like team?
I love Podziemski. He's
You
one
love
of
him?
he's one of my favorite Warriors. He just brings the energy. I think he's like, I don't know who said this last year, but somebody said he's a mini Draymond, not in terms of skill set, but in terms of the intensity and the relentlessness. He is a great passer. He's a great defender.
Let me tell you like an interesting fact. In China, like everybody see Pod as like a very like dramatic player. Everybody say like the guy is very dramatic. Like he's taking over like the roles of like Steph or something.
I mean, in the second unit, I think he could facilitate and run the floor. He is a very dramatic player, just how Draymond is a very dramatic player. But I think he
you see that?
I think he brings the intensity, and that's why he's so good, is because of his intensity. Every time I remember last season, every time he got on the floor, the energy level of the whole team went up. It's contagious, and
it is.
And you can't have enough of those players on your team. Those are the connecting pieces, and those guys bring energy to vets who on any given night and they might feel off playing next to Podziemski, they're gonna feed off that energy. And I think Podziemski is a very important piece to the Warriors now and in the long term. And I think it's a good thing that they did not trade him for Lauri Markkanen.
You see that? Local fans approve.
Yes.
Local fans approve. People usually saying like Pod is like taking over all the like spotlight or something, a lot of like Chinese fans complaining about that. But
from what I've seen, I thought he was overpassing. He suffers from the same thing that Steph suffers from. And I think maybe some of these fans are upset about is he turns the ball over a lot. But that's just being part of the Warriors system, and they have the most assists in the league.
I think that is like part of like chemistry, and building chemistry needs time.
Yes.
这一些视频呢，我们聊了不少关于新赛季的话题，到这里就先告一段落了。下一些视频呢，我们会把聚光灯转向勇士的几位关键人物，然后呢，我们也会聊一聊克莱的离去对于他这个本地球迷有什么意义。我是AoCarter，这里是好莱坞篮球公园。